going to win this year.
Yes, I'm positive we're going to win. We're going to retain Ashfield and you're the bit of Prime Minister next year.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It was only a week ago that Rishi and Lee were cozying up like two peas in a pod to talk Brexit, national anthems and stop the boats.
It's Lee Anderson, Member of Parliament for Ashfield, and I'm joined by our brilliant PM, Mr Sunak, who's come to my old school today, and we're going to look at some headlines.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
Then suddenly it all went south.
Lee Anderson, why have you resigned?
To be honest with you, Chopper, I don't think I could carry on in my role as Deputy Chairman of the Conservative Party when I fundamentally disagree with the bill.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
The Rwanda Bill. What a storm in a teacup if ever there was one.
I think most of the bill is sound. I think it can work, but we needed it beefing up, we needed it strengthening over the next few days, and I can't be in a position to vote for something which I don't believe in.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
Strengthening? What do you mean by that then, Lee?
Look, you know, at the end of the day, small boats are coming, they'll keep coming. I want to see a situation where anybody who arrives illegally in this country has no right at all to claim asylum, no right to claim an appeal, and more importantly, no right to go missing and disappear into the country.
Yeah, well, let's have a look, see what we think.
I see, but there's a helpful clip of Ollie Dugmore from Politics Joe that explains an alternative.
I think none of the political solutions we just heard have any basis in practicality or compassion. There's a lot of emotive appeals to what about these people who are dying in the Channel? If we cared that much about the people that were dying in the Channel, we put a processing centre in France. No one wants to do that. It was offered by the French. We declined the opportunity to do so. Why do we decline the opportunity to do so? Because it would make it easier and safer for these people to cross the Channel. It serves a political purpose to demonise them, to have the adjectives being used here, right? Tough, strong, as if these people are some kind of a threat to us. They are some of the most vulnerable people in our society. They are prepared to risk life and limb to try and get to this country. And frankly, the idea that there's some kind of threat to us that needs to be sent back to France or that we need to deter coming here is morally offensive.
They're dying in the English Channel, man.
That was Richard Tice in the background there, who I'm sure has the migrants' best interest at heart. Let's leave the last word to Lee.
And I think this bill could work, but it needs strengthening up, and that's why I backed the amendments and ultimately resigned.
Have you done this for Lee Anderson rather than the party?
Click here for why Richard Tice is just like head lice.